Good morning, children. Today we'll be continuing with the Unit 4, Part A reading. What is man without the beast? Here it says typing error MAN, not MAM, right? So, last class we said that how Seattle refused to give his land to the Washington chief. So, he says that the land he asked the white people, so Seattle asked the white people to remember the preciousness of the air on the land. So he says that the air is very precious for the red man, that is his people. And he says that each and every person residing on the land, they breathe the same air. So he says that every living creature has the same breath on the land. So whatever air is present, whether it is red man or the white man, they breathe the same air. So the wind on his lands is sweetened by the meadows flower. So whatever wind is moving in his land, okay, that is sweetened. It gets a scent of the meadows flowers. So it is softly it gets the sweetened scent by the meadows flowers. So he says that his land is full of flowers with sweetened smell, and the air is equal for both the white and the red man. There is no differences. So the white man doesn't get a different air, and the red man doesn't get a different air. All the people living on the land, they receive the same air. Seattle points out that the white men do not understand the value of bees. So he says that the animals are very valuable for the red men, and the white men, they do not understand the value of the beast, that is the animals. So he says that the white men, they kill the beast, and he says that if all the beasts were gone means what? That is, they are killed, they become extinct, man would die from a great loneliness of spirit. So he'll become very alone, and he can't live his life peacefully. So he says the white people men that how valuable the animals are. So he says that the animals had been a part of the red man from centuries, and they were very helpful for the red man to live their life peacefully. So he says that the importance of beasts, that is the animals, in the life of the people. For whatever happens to the beast soon happens to the man. So if any person they kill the animals, the same thing will be happening to the man also. So man also will be killed by someone one day or the other. So he says that all the things are connected, that is human beings, trees, animals, everything is connected in this world. So he asks the white men not to kill the beast on the land. So he says that not to kill the animals which are present on the land, not to slaughter the animals, to take care of the animals, because the animals and the human beings are connected to each other along with the nature. Seattle asks the white men to teach the children to respect the lands as the ashes of their grandfather. So he says that teach the white children to respect the lands, because they were the hard work of the grandfather, that is their ancestors. So he asks them to teach the children to respect as the mother. So he says that how the red men they teach the children that the land is the mother. He asks them also, the white people also, to teach the children and make them consider that the land is the mother. He says that if men spit upon the ground, they spit upon themselves. So if they don't respect the ground, what will happen? It is as if they are losing their own self respect, they are losing their respect if they don't respect the land. He wishes that the white and the red people should live in peace. So he always wants the white and the red people to live in harmony, to be in compassion. He believes that God compassion is equal for the red man and the white man. He says that all the people are brothers, the white man or the red man, they all are brothers. So he says that the compassion of the God is not different, it is the same for red and the white man, and the earth is precious to God also. So the earth is very precious to God, God does not like people who harm the earth created by him. So and the entire universe is created by God. If any person doesn't obey the nature, God also doesn't like him. So he says that uh, obey the nature, respect the nature, and take care of the nature. So he says that, but in your perishing you will shine brightly, fired by the strength of the God who brought you this land. So he says that all the land is got by the God. So God gave you the power on this land. So he says that not to destroy the land, take care of the wild animals, the horses, and the secret corners of the heavy forest. So he says the end of the living and the beginning of the survival is the land. Thank you, children. We'll continue in the next class.